Hello, welcome to this crypto forecast. Going to kick off with Bitcoin. This is the daily chart. My bias is bullish at the moment as we sit on higher time frame support at around 40k. We also have this channel that we've been trading in. So we have support here, support here, support here. And we've got a nice reaction of support. We've got this push and now we're getting a pullback straight into this support. So it's important to zoom out to these higher time frame channels and levels just to see where we're set. Sometimes when you're in the lower time frames, the move can seem a lot more disastrous, if you want, on the lower time frames. But at the moment we're sitting on 40k, and that is where I'd be looking for some buying opportunities. Obviously my bias would change if we get a daily close below that level and then retest. Then you'll be retesting this support, and you'll also be testing this support turn to resistance. So let's go down into lower time frames. We'll go down into the 2-hour chart and let's see what's occurring. Is there any levels that we could simply look to get involved with? Well, we have some support and resistance. Here, not the cleanest, but most recent support and resistance. Well, we have resistance over here, we have resistance here, and we have support. So if I was looking to get along this, I would look for something like this and then target these highs. Now that is the long idea. If we just keep going down and break below the 40k mark, then that is off the table. So let's take a look at Ethereum. So if you remember the last video, this support and resistance is what I pointed out. It's around 31.5, and yeah, that held. I was only going to get bullish if we could get a daily close above there and retest, and it failed. And now we're in this daily range. You can see if I just zoom in, we have these highs, and then we have these lows. So we're just sitting inside this range. If we get a break either way, and my bias is sort of leaning bearish whilst it's below this 315. If we get a daily close, then I feel that a move down into this channel support could be on the cards. We have support here, support here, support here. So daily close, retest, then play it down into the channel support. Otherwise, we're just stuck in this range, and we want a breakout either way. So if you're bullish on this instrument, my plan would be to wait for a daily close above 31.5, or wait until we come into this channel support. So quite simple. No point in going down into lower time frames on this one, as we are just sitting in a range. Let's take a look at Solana, sort of sitting in the middle of two levels at the moment. Up here resistance, and down here support. So we're sitting at the middle, and I don't have a bias either way. We need to really come into one of these two levels for me to become trading. But if we go down and look and see what price action is telling us, we can see this level 99.5. Let me just highlight it for you. It's holding support, support. If this breaks, if we get a daily close below there, then we could possibly get involved with a move to the downside, down into 82.480 mark, into this higher time frame support. If you want to look for levels to break to the upside, here we go. What's holding down this market? Well, obvious resistance here. We also have a bit of support and resistance. So if we get a daily close above there, retest that level, then you can look to play it up into 120. Let's take a look at Luna. We got a nice reaction of the support level that we were watching, down around 75.2. So we have support here, and then we came into resistance. So at the moment, it's just stuck between two levels, and it could be rangy. I do feel that we need a pullback if we are looking to get long. I don't want to along this straight into higher time frame resistance. If we can get a pullback say down into this level of support. So we have support here and resistance here on the daily. Fill in some of this void. Let's just check and see what level that is. 826, say. If we can get a push down into there, follow structure, look for that break structure, and then look to the upside on that. If you're looking to get bearish, I would wait for this candle to be swept into the resistance and then look for a selling opportunity. Let's take a look at AVAX, the daily chart. Still sitting on this support, as you can see, looking quite heavy at the moment, but realistically we are just in a range. So we have these range lows and then we have these range highs. As you can see, resistance here, support, 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 support. So could expect a bounce here. If we get a daily close below and retest, then I'll change my bias and then be looking for maybe 57 to come into play on the support here. But yeah, at the moment I'm just going by what price is telling me, and prices tell me it's in a range, but also we are stuck on higher time frame support. And if I can zoom out, you can see that this level, resistance here, support here, and this is still support. And until that breaks, my bias would be to look for long opportunities. If we do break out to the upside, then a break and retest of that level should bring higher prices. But until then, I'll be on the lower time frames looking for a bounce, and my bias will change if we get a daily close below there. Well, let's go over BNB. Why not? While we're here, zoom out. We have this structure that I'm keeping an eye on: support, 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 support. And if we come down into there, we can look for a bounce, break of structure, and then play it back up into that higher time frame resistance. If you're looking to get long this instrument, price is just currently being squeezed between two levels. So we have resistance up here, and then we have this support. So you can see price is being squeezed, and one way it's going to break out. If we get that break to the upside, you want to wait for a nice daily close, and then retest of that level, then look for your higher prices. Or if we can get a move down into here, I'll just put the level on your screen down here, look for a break of structure, and then play it that way. So yeah, just a quick update on crypto. If we start coming into those levels, then I'll update you again. If there's any charts you want me to go over, then you can reach out and I'll include them in the next video. But wishing you a nice weekend, and I'll have the Forex forecast out tomorrow.